Let's talk red flags.
Red flags.
Red flags.
Bit
What?
of bunting.
Yeah, decorative bunting that should tell you to get the fuck out of somewhere but somehow doesn't.
Wow.
What red flags have you come across that you've just completely ignored in the past?
Gee, that's out of the blue. Sorry, I haven't prepared any red
That's
flags.
the whole thing. Be
flags.
spontaneous. What's something? Yeah, because I was thinking the other day, I would count myself as one of the queens of ignoring red flags.
Yeah.
I have.
Bit colourblind.
Yeah, look, I have been on dates with people that I have actually witnessed having full-on domestics in public with their exes and then dated them after, even though they were quite happy to yell and scream at their partner in front of a group of people.
Yeah,
like it's pretty not great, really. I don't have a good track record, Tom.
I don't know. I've never really...
Mr. Hearts and Flowers over here doesn't get red flags.
Yeah,
he only dates lovely
Captain
people.
Optimism.
Ugh,
Not explicitly.
disgusting.
I think I'm better at sort of seeing other people's red flags in other relationships.
What have you What have you seen that you've just gone, wow, why did you keep dating that person?
I don't know. One example, I think they're still together. But like you see her trying to like move him about more, like, and control, like cut him off from what he wants to do and people he wants to see, and you're just like, oh, why? But it's not my place to really interfere. But I am now in front of at least 4 listeners, so...
Hey, excuse me, we have a couple of 100 subscribers at this point. So
Oh, damn.
Maybe more by the time this goes to air, because we had a couple of 100 in our first 2 days.
I mean...
Which is very exciting, not to brag, totally bragging, not
Pretty
sorry.
mega. Pretty good.
So, as always, I am Liz Best, and this is Ghosts of Boyfriends Past, and I'm here with my co-host.
Tom Harris. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hi, Mum. How you doing?
Yeah, you say hi to you talk to your mum a lot on this podcast. Is
I
this
have
like
to. If I don't...
this is the only way we talk to your mum? You don't call her
Yeah,
enough?
yeah.
Call your mother.
This is great. I say, hi, Mum, how you doing? I'm good. Yeah, I'm well.
And
yes,
that's-
I'm eating enough. And then she'll comment on the page.
And this
That's
is your
good,
brownie
dear.
points for the week?
Yeah, and I don't have to see her. She doesn't have to see me, so it's all beautiful.
Great.
Love you, Mum.
So today's guest is a bit of an interesting one. I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that he may be a semi-regular guest on this podcast.
A recurring theme.
A recurring guest, because he has some of the most fascinating, ridiculous, batshit crazy dating stories of everybody,
Oh, boy.
anybody.
Oh, boy.
And this is more than me. So we're going to keep him a little bit mysterious. No last names here. So we've got our little international man of mystery, Steve.
Hello.
Hello,
Liz
Steve.
and Tom, how are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Pretty chipper. I'm intrigued. That's what I
Intrigued.
am. The run-up the Liz gave you.
Look, it's not like there's nothing to be like. It's just normal for me. So
Right, yeah.
people go, oh, I'm so intrigued, but for
We'll
me,
be the
it's-
judge of that. We'll decide
It's all
what's normal.
just now, just on this plain level of, oh, that's just happened, and I tell people, and they go, that's not normal.
So look, today's story, and I've had a bit of a rundown on what this story entails, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tom's head in his hands again.
Where they perpetually live on this podcast.
Yeah. So this one isn't so much an ex as someone that you dated casually or had a date with.
This happened on the second date.
Okay.
Okay.
So how did you meet this person to start with?
So I'm just going to say that this happened a long time ago, and I'm a very different person now.
Good.
But I still make terrible decisions when it comes to dating.
As we all do. This is a
So
safe
it's not like I've
space,
grown
Steve.
as far as dating, but it was happening a long time ago. But I was at a Silverchair concert at the Tivoli. I met a beautiful girl who was wearing all black, and she had black hair, and I'm
Stop
very
it.
different. That's different to me because my favourite colour is pink, and I have no tattoos, and she had lots. And so anyway, we hooked up, had a great night, and then we arranged to catch up again, and the catch up was dinner at her place.
So far, so normal.
Yeah. Look, I thought so too, and I was really excited, and so the evening came around. It was a Friday night, and I got a message before I came over, and she said, "I just wanted to let you know that my 8-year-old daughter will be here, but she'll be in bed asleep, so you don't have to worry about her."
Had she disclosed this daughter to you before this point?
No.
No, so hey, by the way,
So that's
daughter.
by the way, daughter also home during date. That's like that's like a double whammy text.
Yeah, but like I wasn't too concerned because I said, "Oh, is that
People have kids.
I said, that's. I'm not gonna, make any judgments. I mean, I don't care about that as long as she's, doesn't mind. And she goes, no, she'll be asleep. She won't hear anything. She will be absolutely out of this world,
Ding.
asleep. And I was like, great, that's fantastic. So I was like,
I'm laughing because I know what's coming.
And, yeah. And so did I, but no.
Get out.
I apologise, everyone. The standard that this show has just plummeted
and
to.
you took that in a way that I wasn't even thinking of, so thank you. But anyway,
Boy.
yeah. So no, we caught up, and I went round to her house, and it was actually raining all evening. So and I at that stage in my life thought that having a scooter was cool, so I was riding a scooter.
Look,
Was it a
according to
Vespa?
Lime scooters, they still think those types of scooters are cool.
Moped.
Like
this
a
was a
little
moped,
like a Vespa, like an Italian little thing.
Yeah.
I think they're
still
cool.
think they're
I
cool.
like them.
Yeah, no. When you've almost been sideswiped by trucks, they're not that cool.
Okay,
Yeah, and you
all
go,
right. I just
Sorry,
burst my
sorry.
eardrums.
I apologise. I'm very excited and
yeah.
nervous, I think, for the story. So,
Oh, no,
so
that's okay,
you rocked up at her house and it's raining. You drove your scooter wisely.
Yes, that's right. So I had a jacket on. It was quite cold because it was July, and so yeah, so I had a jacket on and everything, and so I got to her place and we hit it off, and we're having a great night, and we're really connecting, and we had a lovely dinner. She made me food.
What was for dinner? Can you remember?
Nah. I can remember it was good.
That's all you need to know.
And,
Okay, good.
and I can remember that I had a good time. And it was all going really well. And I said, so, and there was
Famous last words,
And
by the
on-
way.
well, her daughter was in her room, and basically she never came out. I never saw the daughter. I mean, if she never even told me that the daughter existed, I wouldn't even
You wouldn't
know.
have known.
Yeah.
But I only say that the daughter was there because when things went south on this date, all I could think of, oh my goodness, there's a little girl in this house and this is going on. And I mean, I was freaked out. I can only imagine what would happen
Tom's
if the
just
little
sitting there
daughter.
going, what the hell is about to happen?
So we had gone to the bedroom or gone to bed, so to speak, but I wasn't sleeping.
You're like,
but I
we're
was in
allowed
the
one
bedroom.
swear word on this pod on every episode, so
Well,
you can
more
say
than
it.
one
You can say
swear
it.
word.
Oh, okay.
What? That's not in my contract.
Yeah, because
Just keep it clean,
my
sunshine.
agent negotiated a better contract.
So
you're
I
allowed to
was
say.
I was making sweet love, yeah. So while that was when we were kind of lying in bed chatting, I heard this car screech into the driveway, and the driveway was quite steep.
Oh, no.
And then I just heard this crash, and I went, "What's that?" And she goes,
Daddy's home?
"Oh, my flatmate.
Oh.
He's been out drinking. I can't believe he's drove home." And so I've gone, oh, okay. And so this guy comes in, and I just hear this, whose effing scooter is in that driveway? What the is going on here? And I'm going,
Is
I'm
he
in the
mentally?
bedroom.
Is he really upset, angry? Or
Yeah,
is he
like
just,
yelling. I'm in a bedroom. This is in the kitchen. I can hear it perfectly. And I said, "You're like,
Yo.
is that your flatmate?" And she goes, "Yeah. Not your boyfriend." And
Yeah.
she goes, "No."
Does he have any bats or knives? Or?
No.
I said, "Okay." And she goes, "I'll just go out and see what's happening." And so anyway, I go out. I hear muffled talking. Next thing I hear is, "I'm gonna slit that throat.
Good.
I'm going to slit his throat. I have a knife. He better get out of my house. I'm going to slit his throat. And I'm in the bedroom going, oh, man.
Yeah, you're going, oh, man.
I like this girl. She had tattoos. She wore all black. I just had really good sex. Oh, I just had really good sex.
You're just like weighing it up. You're like, good sex. Someone's going to slit my throat.
And it's like, and after sex, you don't have the energy to run away from a lunatic. You just want to go to sleep.
Or do you?
She came back into the room and she goes, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I went, oh.
It's just like this.
No, I don't think it's okay.
It's really not.
No, it wasn't okay. And I said, maybe I should leave. And she goes, no, you don't have to leave. It's okay. And then as she's saying this, he's gone, he better leave or I'm going to slit his throat. And so anyway, she goes back out and to talk to him again. Now, I forgot to say something at the start, and that was that the house is one of those houses where when you walk in, it's on one level, but the house sits on like a slope, like it's sort of like the land slopes down away at the back. Mm-hmm. And her bedroom was at the back of the house. I didn't know that the land sloped away down at the back. Okay, so just
note this.
Okay, so that's important here. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't want a confrontation because I don't know I don't know who this person is. I don't know what he's capable of. I want to make sure that I'm safe, and I just want the least amount of conflict. So I just found a pen and paper and went, had a great night. I will see you later.
P.S. Let's do this at my place next time.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been good. I should have said that.
No.
Yeah.
My beautiful brain. Oh, well.
But yeah, so I wrote that note, and then I decided, right, so I opened her back window and I chucked all my clothes out the window.
So you have no clothes on.
No, I had no clothes on, and I thought
Continue.
I'll just chuck all my clothes out the back window, and I'll climb out the back window.
So far, so good. I like it. I'm on board. I would have done the same. Yep,
remember the point we just said.
Bum, bum, bum.
The house, so it was like a 2-story drop down. So I couldn't climb out the window, and I was naked.
You yeeted your clothes out.
So I'm naked in a house.
Going through her clothes.
I should have done that. Oh yes, I should have. Like, wouldn't that? Like that would totally. That would totally have de-escalated the situation.
That psychopath wouldn't have done anything if you came out wearing a dress. Like, hi.
Oh yes.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's. Oh wow. Yes. No.
Well,
that's.
Instead,
I just walked out completely naked.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
And there was a table and chairs between me and him. And then she's gone, what are you doing? She goes, you're naked. Oh, my gosh, what are you doing? And he's going, I'm going to slit your throat. And so he started...
So wait.
Yeah.
He has a knife at this point, right?
No, he 100% has a knife.
We need to establish that there is actually a knife in this guy's hand.
Yeah,
my heart is going like a hummingbird.
He has like one of those big like butcher
Cleaver
knife things that
no
you
nonsense.
use
It's
for
a knife.
Cooking. Yeah, like it's a big kitchen knife thing, and he's got it in his hand. And I'm looking at him, and like he's, I'm only about 5'9", and he's about 5'7", so he wasn't actually a tall guy, and he was a metalhead looking dude with a goatee, and yeah, so he looked angry, but he was a short man, and I kept on thinking to myself, don't make short angry man jokes, don't make short angry man jokes,
because that's why they are short angry men, because people make short angry man jokes.
Yeah. So he's doing that, and he started walking towards me. There's a table between me and him, and I thought that like I'd just push the table towards him and then like run, but because there's so much adrenaline, what's happened?
And you're nude.
And I'm nude. Yeah. I pushed the table probably a little bit too hard, and it flips up and it donks him on the head and knocks him clean out.
Steve Smash.
He's lying on the ground.
Steve Smash and then
I'm
Steve
standing
Smash.
there naked, and I'm like going, do I call the ambulance? And she goes, no, you just go. And I said, I'm just going to go into your backyard to get my clothes, and it's raining outside.
Did she ask why your clothes were in the backyard?
Look, yeah, she said, like, she was curious.
Oh, my.
And I said, well, I thought I'd jump out, like, the back window and just leave. And she goes, but I was taking care of it. I said, well, I didn't know that. And she goes, all right, well, just leave. And I thought, okay, so I've just left. And then I've gone out, and it's dark and it's raining. And then I thought,
Creeping around the
so
in
I've
the
come
nude.
back to her. I said, do you mind if I borrow a torch? So I borrowed a torch.
Is she like tending to her flatmate at this point?
Yeah,
Right.
she's tending to him. I said, do you mind if I like borrow it? Hi, Megan. Do you mind if I
Naked
like
guy.
borrow a torch to find my clothes?
I just
in your
knocked your
backyard? And she
housemate out
goes-
with a table. Remember me?
So
I'm naked.
She's got the torch. She's giving me a torch of looking around, and I find my clothes. I put my clothes on.
Two episodes in a row, Liz is crying, but this one's from laughter. Sorry, Steve, it's funny. It's all funny. It's wonderful. Please continue.
So again, don't do that. And I didn't find all my clothes. And anyway, I get on my scooter, and the driveway is quite steep, and I'm trying to start my scooter in the rain, and it's not starting. I'm pushing it up the driveway, and it's slipping, and I'm
Which
slipping
item
over.
of clothing did you not have?
I didn't have my big jacket.
Okay.
I didn't have my belt. I
Okay.
didn't have shoes.
Okay, no
So I had
shoes.
jeans and
So
a
look, you had the
t-shirt.
important parts.
And
At
that
least
was
you weren't
it.
like pantsless.
No,
Trying to
no.
get you-
Oh, yeah. So just imagine, a naked guy driving down a main road of Brisbane and nothing but underpants.
On a wee Vespa as well.
Someone draw a
Evening
comic
o-
of that and
evening
send it
officer.
into us.
Just imagine,
Anything-
and with rain as well coming down and lightning crashing.
So romantic, Steve.
Anything the problem officer?
Yeah, so no, it was,
And you got away.
I got away, and but this is the best part of it all. She messaged me a couple of days later and said, I found some of your clothes. Do you want me to bring them over? I went, yeah, okay. So she brought them over. I banged her again.
Congratulations.
But
My man.
never saw
So
her again.
why did you find out why the flatmate was so
So
crazy?
yes, yes. So turns out he had a massive crush on her, like huge, and he was living in this house with her and her daughter, and
Playing
it was
happy
instant-
families.
Yeah, playing happy family, instant family, and so he thought he had the perfect life, and he was just going to slip in there, and it would all just be fine. But no, I mean, she was out, actively looking for a boyfriend. So. And then probably about 5 years later, I was at Dan Murphy's Hamilton, and I saw her, and I realised it was her, and I saw the daughter who was a teenager by this stage with her, and him, and another little baby, and I went, "Oh wow!"
At least it worked out.
Like
for
they
them.
actually but the thing is think about this.
So threatening people works.
I know. It must have been like as the alcoholics call it, a moment of clarity. Like she just had this moment of, this guy really loves me.
Enough to threaten to slit some naked dude's throat.
Yeah.
Or she went, look at the psychopath I could have ended with, the naked dude knocking out people with the push
At
of a
least
table.
this guy hasn't knocked anyone out with
Yeah.
a table.
Yeah, it just
So
slipped.
when he snapped, when
Yeah.
he went psychotic, was it because his vehicle was damaged by your scooter, or was it just because someone else? Was it just you
he
being there?
didn't know that she had anyone over.
So he just was drunk, learned the truth.
And found out that all at once that she had been seeing other guys seeing guys, and she'd invited one over, and he just didn't like that.
So his happy family situation in his head wasn't as happy family situation as
Wow.
yeah.
No.
So
no.
after you banged her again at your house,
Yeah.
what happened? You just never contacted her again, or she never contacted you again?
Well,
or?
I went on a skiing holiday to New Zealand, and then when I came back, I mean, I lost my phone because I almost got killed in New Zealand skiing.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
That's normal for him.
yeah. But it wasn't bad. There was just an avalanche and I got caught in it.
Of course.
Oh no, actually, sorry, that's not true. There was an avalanche on the ski field where I was, and I had fallen over, and then there was an avalanche. That's right. Yes, there was an avalanche on the ski. They shut it down, but I was injured because I had fallen over and fallen down the mountain and couldn't get up. And there was an avalanche that was happening at the same time. So all the emergency rescue people were off doing that. So I was like laying there for like 3 hours by myself.
And you lost your phone during that?
And I lost my phone during that, yeah.
Right.
It was everything had gone. So I had to kind of make my way back. And I was very, very ill and for a couple of days.
Because you had no phone, she assumed you ghosted her?
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
And you didn't disabuse her of that notion?
Yeah, I was happy to just let that
let that one slide away.
Leave it on a high note.
Yeah, so like there was an avalanche and stuff had happened, and that's
You'd
what
moved
happened.
on. You'd survived an avalanche. You needed to not, move on and live your life.
Well,
Yeah.
Stephen, for the very first story you bring us on Ghosts of Boyfriends Past, that's pretty good. That's a hell of a story.
That's an opener.
What did you learn?
What did I learn?
If anything, I mean, it's a weird circumstance. Like you
Check
just tripped into it and it happened. But is there anything to learn today?
Understand the geographical nature of people's houses.
Yes. Go around at night before and have a recce.
Yeah.
Peep in all the windows, know the layout.
Or if you are going to jump out someone's window, get dressed first.
Yes. Don't throw the clothes out the window and then realise
the
you
clothes
can't.
will survive the fall, so you can wear them. You don't need to lower them down.
Yeah. Although you know what, because it was dark, if I had have got dressed first and then tried to jump out the window, there's a very good chance that I might have hurt myself.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
So your clothes technically saved you.
Yeah, because I just chucked and I thought that I'd just see them, but no, I didn't sort of see anything. So I kind of, peered out the window and realised what had happened. So.
Do you ask people if they have flatmates before you go home with them these days?
/kids?
Well, I live by myself now, so I try and get people round to my place.
Yeah, that's a good plan. That's a good plan.
I don't, although with women, I don't like to be presumptive, so I just kind of say, well, look, I have an apartment by myself. You're more than welcome to come over, but
that's very
whatever you like.
respectful. I like it.
Yeah.
Liz,
what did I learn?
Yeah, a bit of a wild one.
Look, this is why I don't date.
Just in case, maniac housemate.
This is also why I live alone.
Yep, good.
I am staying sexy and not getting murdered.
So it's lessons already learnt today.
Look,
live alone, people. You don't know what could go wrong.
I think that the whole don't know your own strength when you're under a stressful situation is possibly something to have learned as well. Like maybe if you think you're gonna shove a table, but you've got the adrenaline pumping, maybe shove it just a slight. And I mean, he had a knife, so I feel like you were within your rights to knock him out.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
But also, don't lose your phone in an avalanche, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was
it.
lucky I didn't get caught in the avalanche, but it was kind of funny because at the time I was working in the railway and there were some guys that did get caught in the avalanche, and one of them also worked in the railway, and the headline in the newspaper was Queensland rail worker caught in avalanche, and because I didn't have my phone and because
everyone thought it was you.
Everyone thought it was me, especially my mum, and she couldn't get in touch with me. So I mean, it was
okay. That's another lesson. Call your mother after an accident if you've lost your phone. Call your mother, everybody.
I think what I learned, I think the obvious thing that everyone learned today was that in a time of crisis, think like Tom.
Yes.
Because
we all need a little Tom on our shoulder.
You may end up wearing a dress, but at least you won't get stabbed.
And you'll de-escalate the situation. You won't knock someone out with a table.
Yeah, oh man.
And you never know your own strength.
Yeah.
You just pushed a table, pushed it and knocked him out. Yeah. Didn't mean to, but it worked.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it has been an absolute goddamn pleasure, Steve.
I'm exhausted.
That's okay.
I need to lie down
I've
and
had
just
so
recover.
much fun. It's been great.
Yay. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
We are Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. We air fortnightly on Thursdays. If you have a story that you would like to share with us, you can go to that'snotcanon.com/Ghosts of Boyfriends Past and fill in our handy dandy little form. Just give us a Cliff Notes version of your story, and don't be scared off if you're not in Brisbane, Australia, because we can Skype you in, we can pre-record, we can read it out on air.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It can be a funny story, it can be a sad story, literally any story of any dating or relationship gone wrong. We want to hear from you.
That's right. And Ghosts of Boyfriends Past, we're on all the social media. Facebook's where all the discussion-based stuff happens. So if you want to get involved, head over there. Otherwise, find us basically everywhere.
Instagram,
Get
Twitter.
involved.
Look, we have a Twitter. I haven't tweeted yet because I'm too old to do Twitter. Someone else needs to sort it out for me.
I'm not important enough to have Twitter. Like, you've got to be
Can I
popular
just
enough
say
to have
I'm
Twitter.
actually not that old. I just don't like Twitter. I just needed to.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell your
Yes.
friends, get involved, and if you have a business and you want to be advertised, I'll advertise anything.
Yeah.
I've got no real limit onto what I'll sell out for. Do you,
So,
Liz?
look, I've got a dollar amount that I'll sell out for, but
maybe not like
a
Peter,
particular subject. Nah,
like organisations, companies.
I mean, as long as you're not a Nazi, I'll sell you stuff.
Yeah, Peter. I don't like Peter.
Oh,
The
what have you done? You know we're just going to get an avalanche of horrible Peter people.
bring it on.
Oh, Peter, I don't have any problem with you. You're doing your thing.
They're pretty dodgy.
Please,
Do some research.
please don't kill us.
Anyway, this is Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. I'm Tom Harris. So sitting across from me is Liz. Stephen, thank you so much.
Oh, look, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
I believe in love. Do you believe in love, Amy?
I do, Gina. I also really believe in helicopter dates, bottomless champagne, sparkly cocktail dresses, and big-ass red roses.
Well, you'll be surprised to hear that we're obsessed with The Bachelor. We will be sharing that obsession with you and discussing all things Bachelor and Bachelorette.
We'll be talking about memorable moments, who we think Batchy will choose, and the lessons we learn along the way.
So prepare your cheese board
Grab the wine.
and get overly emotionally attached with us, your hosts,
Amy Duro.
and Gina Schwartz.
Love Batchley.
Two gals here for the right reasons.
A That's Not Canon Productions podcast.